Hello, and welcome to Rosa Laura. If this is your first time visiting the channel, it's so lovely to meet you. And if you're returning, it's so wonderful to have you back. My name is Rosa, I'm a digital artist, and today I'm working on something just for me. Well, it could be something just for you as well if you're in a little bit of a romantic or saucy mood. Granted, I will be honest, I'm not sure if YouTube's going to be okay with me putting this up, but because of the nature of this piece that I'm going to be working on today, the character is technically all covered up and she's wearing something, though the mood of the overall image is going to be rather romantic in nature. It's another piece of Knaphe, and I love drawing my D&D 5th edition characters so much that it makes me look stupid, but I don't care. I wanted to take the moment as I do this piece and just sort of like, it's like a little nest, a little den, a little place where you could maybe go and sneak away with a lover to a dark corner to do some salacious deeds. I wanted to talk about or take the opportunity to mention that it's okay to draw the stuff that you want to draw. If you love something and you enjoy drawing it, if you love writing about it or reading about it, then I think that you should be empowered to do so. I think sometimes in the art community as a whole, just as artists in the world, we can get afraid of drawing the things that we want to, or be afraid that we're going to be judged for the things that we create or be deemed as cringeworthy because of that. Recently, for me at least, this video is recorded quite a bit in advance, but recently on Blue Sky I was writing about how I was like, oh, well, all I want to do is draw my character. I hope that that's okay. And honestly, I don't think that I should feel that way. There's this invisible pressure as an artist online or elsewhere that you really need to, vary your portfolio and have a lot of good ideas going at the same time. And yes, I think that as a professional artist, you do need to have a really big set of skills. You have to have a varied portfolio so that clients can see what you do. But I am more of a hobbyist artist than a professional one. I do have a day job. And when I go to draw, I want to draw silly little pictures of my OCs. And though I love the professional work that I do, and I love working on clients' pieces and helping their visions come to life, I think that it's really nice just to be able to take the time to do something self-indulgent and fun just for my own sake. I want to empower any artist out there that is watching this video. If you enjoy drawing your fursona, if you enjoy drawing you and your friends' OCs make out, if you enjoy drawing anything that you so like, just go out and do it. Enjoy it, love it, be passionate about it, and share your work with others that are going to appreciate you. If there are people in your life who look down on your art, or they say mean things about your art, or they're like, if I had a friend who was like, oh, you're drawing Knaphe again? Yuck. Then I'd have to really consider, one, how their comment made me feel, and two, be gentle in responding, but firm in the idea that I'm an artist. I want to draw certain things, and I'm going to draw them no matter what. And people who are my friends are going to empower me to do so. So this piece is obviously a bit kind of like Valentine's Day themed with all of the reds going on. Usually Knaphe's hair is a little bit more blue toned, but today it is red. She almost looks like a brunette. I will be toning down the red in her hair a little bit later with a saturation adjuster. But I think that it's interesting to see that in this lighting, it does look pretty brunette, even though it's intended to be black. I love romance, I love love, I love passion, and I think that cultivating passion in your life, in your art, in your characters, in your writing, in whatever you do, I think that's extremely important. And I want for everyone to be able to have as much fun as possible doing it. If you need a sign, here it is. Go out and make something just for you. Make something that, maybe you don't want to show anyone your art. You're like, I just want to make this for me. I think that's perfectly fine. There are pieces that people here on YouTube will never see. There are things that my Patreon will never have because I just want to make them for me, right? I just want to have a piece that I'm excited about, and I just want to be able to have it for myself. You have to have agency over your art, and you have to be able to love your art, warts and all. If something in a piece isn't doing it for you, you're like, oh, I just really don't like this perspective, or this hand just isn't turning out quite right. It's okay for you to feel that way, but you have to embrace that feeling of knowing that it's not the best iteration that you wish it could be, and being happy that you've come as far as you have. Use it as a motivator to push yourself a little bit farther instead of using it as a bludgeon to keep you down. And when I go to draw my favorite characters, when I go to draw Knaphe, I think about that. I think about the fact that there are certain things that I'm not as good at drawing, right? So the hands on this picture, they are not my best hands in the world, but I still love them. And I'm really glad that they're there in the image. I'm glad that I went through with drawing them and rendering them. There's also things in this image that I love. I'm going to put in a bunch of scars on Knaphe to show her past battles, because I usually don't get to show as much skin on her as this. I'm excited about that aspect. But before I did this painting, I actually was feeling a little self-conscious. I was feeling a little embarrassed, and then I was like, well, I don't know if this is something that people want to look at. I don't know if this is something people want to see, and isn't it a little presumptive of me to draw my character in this very intimate setting? Like, ooh, look at me, I'm kind of sexy. But eventually, in thinking about it, I was like, well, I want to. I think it'll be fun. I think it'll be, a different kind of side of her. And, even past the idea of justification, I don't have to justify anything. If I want to draw something, I can draw it. If I want to post it to my Patreon or to my YouTube channel or just share it with my friends, I can do that. And I don't need to have anybody, over my shoulder telling me it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. But I know as a young artist, I felt that need. I wanted somebody to be there telling me, I want to see your art, I want to experience it, I love what you make. And hey, even as an adult artist, everybody loves to be complimented. I definitely have a certain feel about me when I post something and it doesn't get any attention. I think that every artist will understand that feeling perfectly well. But I love my art, and that's all that really matters. And with this picture of Knaphe, I love how she's looking. It's daring, it's sensual, it's different, and I'm having a ton of fun as I do it. Love the lush red tones, the deep shadows in the corners. There's something very mysterious about the way that this is all put together, and I'm really grateful that I put it together in the way that I did. I love the piece. I don't need anybody else to tell me that they love the piece because I love it. And again, if you're an artist out there, I hope that you feel empowered to make a piece of art soon, maybe even today, that you love just because it was you that made it. Make it indulgent, make it silly, make it anything and everything you need it to be your favorite piece of art that you've made recently. And I hope maybe I'll get to see it. As always, I want to say an extra special thank you to my patrons that help me make art, but especially Banjo, Confocal Clips, Deator, and Fire Pit. You guys are awesome. And naturally, you on the other side of the screen. Thank you so much for watching. If you like what I do, hit like, hit subscribe. There's another video on the page if you'd like to click on that. And if you like what I do, you can support me on Patreon. But remember, it's all gonna be okay. See you next time.